Now there is a class, speaking of mythology, that's disappeared. In the 19th century, psychiatry was obsessed with a class of people, and here I'm sure you would agree, called masturbators. What happened to masturbators? Masturbation hasn't disappeared, but masturbators disappeared. Because psychiatrists somehow now live in a society in which they are told, look, don't pay any attention to that. That's not a legitimate business. That's not your business. So they made it their business to talk about necrophilia and homosexuality and everything else.
Any other questions that you, Dr. Szasz and Dr. Ellis, would like to address of each other in terms of clarifying whatever we might have discussed this evening?
I'll try a question. Let's go back to masturbation. The fact that masturbation was downed and considered a horrible disease and led to mental illness, not to mention pimples, etc., is true. That it certainly did this, and that was very harmful and created, or helped create, I would say, a good deal of harm. But does that prove that masturbation is a myth? Does it prove that masturbation is a myth because the people who used the term and abused it and called others mentally ill for masturbating were very, I'd say, unscientific, nutty, disturbed, etc. But can we justifiably call masturbation a myth because people not misdiagnosed it, the people they diagnosed were probably masturbating, but that they misdiagnosed the intent and put down masturbators and called them, labeled them mentally ill. Now, if mental illness is a myth, isn't masturbation a myth?
Well, I don't know why you want to bother me on this point, because you are putting words in my mouth which I didn't say, which apparently most of the audience realizes I didn't say. Masturbation is not a myth and was not a myth. But you are not using language properly, Dr. Ellis. Psychiatrists did not diagnose masturbation, and you know it. They diagnosed a disease called masturbatory insanity. And that was a myth and is a myth. It's a difference between the phenomenon and the psychiatric mythological label.